Volcanoes. She's going through. She's going through adolescence, and she's a little pimply. That's all. Don't worry. She'll be beautiful when she's fully developed.
Thogrim, as begins to enter this stage of mourning, you end up finding yourself feeling really weird about going to the temples or visiting the religious ceremonies. You didn't feel right when you stepped on Morden's holy ground. Your best friend, Brennos, a priest, you've gone to temples before and it was just sort of like no big deal. This time you actually felt like the holy ground was like against you.
Well, it's time
You're
to
a little bit
investigate.
nervous about what the coming days will have in them as you enter into the state funerals, as well as the time of mourning and the grouping of clans. You're just not sure. But one night, um, where would you be? You don't sleep anymore at your in Overlook, right? You always go back.
Yeah, I'm in the forge. Unless there's I'm in the forge, which is which I'm probably in a mansion, sleeping in a inside a mansion,
So
inside
you're
the forge.
inside your pocket dimension, and then inside a magnificent mansion that was cast in your pocket dimension. So
Yeah.
you're within a pocket within a pocket. Okay.
And then there's a fucking rope trick inside of that. No.
And one dispel magic. And,
Poof.
All right. You feel pretty safe. Do you even bring Howie inside the mansion with you, or you leave him at the door like?
Oh,
a
Howie
dog?
hangs out with me all the time. Howie doesn't.
Okay.
He's my mythic point pool.
Got it. You and your cannon buddy.
Howie's right here.
Howie's on a nightstand right now in this beautiful master bedroom where you're sleeping one night. This is like the end of the week of the attacks. It's been a few days. You've started getting back into the rhythm of like what you're gonna do. I think the next thing you got to do is like retrain a craft feat to set up your next set of crafting for the group. There's something in your gear that is glowing slightly, like very intensely, and it goes down, very intensely goes down, and there's this shimmering sound from it, like.
Yeah, let's grab it.
Okay, so you start digging through your gear. You're like, no, not this wand, not this spell component pouch, not this book, not these tongs or whatever. How did that get in there? It is. The strange gold holy symbol of Vulcan.
Just hold it up.
Okay, it
dangling down.
It shimmers one more time in front of you, while it's sort of changing, like kind of it's rotating. One of it, the faces of the holy symbol changes, and you actually see a strange creature on it. The creature has, I don't know, it could be described as like a smart-looking lion that is wearing this weird headdress that looks like a shield that it popped its head through.
If I remember correctly, your name is Vulcan.
Okay, it goes back to just spinning in your hands.
The Azure were they pray to you. Why?
You quickly
Do you accept me?
You
unlike the other dwarven gods.
You quickly realize that as you're moving this thing around, that it glows more intently when it's pointed at the door.
Okay. Grab Howie.
Okay.
Put my shoes on. Take Howie. My rifle.
I think we'll just go to conversation for this.
My gear. Last time I got asked to go and do something. We're just gonna have a plane shift handy, that's all.
Where's Thogrim? We brought him into there. Yeah, G1's not with you.
No, G1 is at the temple. The old dwarven temple.
The light goes out, but when you go down the hallway, it flares up again.
Okay, follow the flare.
Okay. You follow the flare, it leads you into your forge.
Okay, follow it. What does it lead me to specifically?
It leads you to the desk where you repair your guns. Like your crafting station for
guns.
Your gun kit specifically. It's getting like you're watching it glow brighter as it goes towards your gun kit.
He's gonna open up the gun kit. He's gonna take out his rifle. He's gonna start cleaning this rifle.
Okay. You start playing around with it some more. Give me a sense motive check as you're like trying to make this golden holy symbol glow.
It's not the guy to do this.
We know you can't beat people
There's
with
a reason Thogrim has no religion. Someone's trying to say something to me.
Did it explode?
Sense motive, you said?
Yep.
Okay. It's actually not that bad. No. D
135.
It's always 135.
25? I can throw in a mythic point?
No, that's sufficient. The place where you actually melt down, I guess, lead into a bullet, it's glowing brightest when you put the gold holy symbol in that tray.
Like to melt down the holy symbol?
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
What kind of gun is your gun? It's not a musket, right? It's a proper rifle.
So he has two. He started off with a musket, and then he got a rifle, and he's been adding stuff onto it.
Okay, but it's a rifle that has like
it's rifling, and it's
okay. You get the sense that it wants you to create a proper bullet with cartridge and all out of the holy symbol.
Okay. He'll spend the time. He won't use magic. He'll do it all by hand.
Okay. Do you have craft firearms as a skill?
Yeah.
Give me a roll.
Craft firearms.
Some of your simulacra ask if they could help, and you shoot them away. I'm guessing.
Yeah. No, thank you. Continue with your own crafting.
Yes, master. Of course.
Good. Number 6. Smile.
Oh, it's the horrible smile of like a child being told to smile.
Smile like you mean it. Such a
I say I'm
40,
the best master.
47. Throw a mythic point in that.
Mm-hmm.
51.
Nice. It's like the perfect bullet, and you notice that the inscriptions that were like the style of the holy symbol ends up burned into the side of the bullet. It's kind of just like a stylized V.
Fascinating. So what do you want? Yeah. He loads it.
Okay, that feels good. Feels right.
You want to fire it now? What is the target? What target do you want me to fire at?
It's not glowing right this second, but after you created the bullet, the glowing died down.
He leaves a gun. He leaves his gun loaded.
Okay.
Interesting to see what we'll see what happens to my next target, eh? Okay, I'll write down loaded with the bullet, Vulcan's bullet. Okay, plus a +3 rifle, distance seeking, reliable, far reaching sight.
It's a pretty good gun, is what you're saying.
It's a pretty good gun, yeah.
And it's a proper modern rifle.
It's a rifle, yeah. It's got a touch of 160 foot.
Your crafting of the bullet felt good.
So
borderline religious experience for Thogrim. I will just say it was.
Vulcan. That's what a Vulcan is to Adam.
Yeah.
Adam did aerospace engineering and did aircraft design. That's a Vulcan.
Yeah, they might have named it after
Some Roman guy.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I might ask Barnabus.
So you're going to consult with people?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
talk to Barnabus.
All right, so going to talk to Barnabus. You know that Barnabus is in town with a bunch of his followers.
Mm.
And I think Barnabus needs help getting to the
Forge?
getting to your forge.
Or I can just go talk to him in the city. It doesn't.
Yeah, okay. So you're on your business. You do need to start training again, which means you have to go back to the city in order to train fast and not on your own. You need access to somebody who knows the feat that you go and train.
Yeah, so this is...
You track down Barnabas in the central part of the city. You notice that some of the military units by this point in time have have arrived back at the city, and order is being established. You arrived inside the city via a dimension plane hop and then a teleport, so you got through the patrols.
Yeah, he was a greater teleport.
You do get stopped once because you're an Azer, but when they realize that you're a Thogrim, they apologize quickly and go about their way.
Okay, so how much time has it been since the council was basically demolished?
A few days. We're at the end of that 5-day period.
Okay, and okay,
You go and catch up with Barnabas. I'm just going to copy Barnabas's Darbians to the.
so there are dwarves to pick up the pieces. It's not chaotic.
No, the Grand Inquisitor is built for this.
Okay,
You guys did the hard work of, stopping the
invasion.
the planner invasion. Mind you, Sunny, Brennos are running around helping the Inquisitor.
yeah.
Nope.
So what week are we at right now?
The same week as the attack.
Okay, so Cog's gonna go and learn how to. This is Cog. Since we didn't get a chance, he's gonna go and learn how to use the Starfield viewer.
Okay, you want to adjust
Yeah.
what you're doing and when?
It doesn't take that long to learn it, right? It's like a week.
It'll be a 5-day chunk to spend
Yeah.
some time there.
Starfield viewer. It's going to be the next big thing. He was going to start tracking where these things are.
Oh, I didn't make a token. Fuck. I thought I did. I made the image, or found the image. I didn't make the token. The full conversation that you're going to interrupt the end of, will happen when Mark's back at the table. But at least you track down Barnabas to a very fancy and expensive inn that is really close to the courthouse. It's in the center of town.
Okay.
There are many people that are in a conference room, like set up in the main part of the inn. You actually have to explain who you are to get into the inn, as it's just been overrun by a bunch of stuffy men in robes. Oh, wait here. We'll fetch. We'll see if the professor is taking any visitors.
Tell him Thogrim will put a hole in this building if he doesn't come out now.
Thogrim, you said?
Yes.
How dare you? Wait. Thogrim is one of his fellows. He's part of the Steelrose Expeditionary League.
Yeah. There we go.
Thogrim, you're the wizard, Thogrim. Oh yes, we've heard of you.
Yeah.
A Thogrim in here. Just push your way, boy.
Boy.
Push your way by them, not boy.
Better.
There are 3 men
Excuse
sitting
me.
in overstuffed leather chairs, drinking whiskey and smoking cigars. One looks like a scholarly type, and the other is actually wearing robes of a priest of the five-faced god. And Barnabas, and it looks like the 3 of them have been chatting happily together.
Barnabas, gentlemen.
Everyone, this is Thogrim. Scholar Glenn, I don't think you've met before. No, we've only heard about what he has done. I hear that you are following in the footsteps of Aragathos of Denver.
Yes, he was my master.
Any friend of Barnabas is a friend of mine. If there's anything you need...
Pleasure. Thank you.
Glenn, yes, you have much work to do. He puts the drink down. He actually puts it in Thogrim's hand. I haven't had any.
Sorry, what?
He puts the drink in your hand. You've got a whiskey drink in a nice glass goblet.
Oh,
Thrusts
okay.
it into your hand. He tells you he didn't have any. And he goes to deal with a bunch of scholars outside. Look, look, look! Your break time is over. We need to have the witness testimonies understood beforehand, and Amadeus's record is over there, and those that are looking into... And you realize that they're preparing for Amadeus's trial. Barnabus has a small army of lawyers. Oh no. Barnabus looks really pleased with himself. Oh, this is a new acquaintance of mine. This is Asher Clydewell. Asher, this is Thogrim. Velsia Vale. Barnabas doesn't know where you're from. Or is pretending not to know because Barnabas knows everything.
Thanks, Barnabas.
He has a really deep voice. Pleasure. He stands up. He's very prim and proper, and he offers you the iron grip of his hand.
Yep.
Okay.
He'll meet it weekly.
Yep.
Is a wizard.
This man is strong. I look forward to us discussing this further. Yep, yeah, I understand, says Barnabas, and Asher leaves.
Interesting discussion.
Yeah, you can say so.
What are they asking you to do?
It's a scholarly thing. Apparently, news has spread. You know, I fucking left the academy, but I think they might beg for me back.
A new professor, huh? Eh?
Well, once I finish my PhD, I'll become a true professor, not just an adjunct or a research assistant. Not that I was like that. Not that I was one of those for very long.
Well, it's good to progress.
It gave me an interesting puzzle to work on. Something to keep my mind going. Although I don't know why. Anyways, you do see a little dossier, like a little folder that Barnabas packs into his gear. Perception check to see if you caught a glimpse of anything.
The Thogrim... Oh, no. I'll ask you after. Perceptiones...
You're not out there cracking heads with Brennos and Sunny?
45.
It had weird diagrams, maybe sigils. They might have been magical in nature, although nothing you quite recognized. Patterns, maybe? It's like some sort of puzzle, like an actual puzzle.
Well, if you ever need if you ever need another set of eyes on it, I'd love to help.
Yes. Sure, keep that in mind. Although you've got items to continue to craft. Which brings me to being curious as to why you're not crafting your items.
Well, something happened and I want your advice on. I want to know what insight you might have. Remember Remember the Azure that we fought? The council chambers? They carried...
the Aza? Yeah.
They carried holy symbol. Something to someone called Vulcan.
It's a strange name.
Yeah. They mentioned it was a deity for guns or weapons. This holy symbol, it started glowing when I was in my... Well,
What's with you and Sunny?
Just listen.
Fucking Sunny, Alphasians, and fucking book primevals, and now you Vulcan?
Just listen.
You're pulling things out of the distant past, my friends. Just a bunch of random nonsense, all coming out at once.
It led me to melt it down and craft it into a rifle round.
The word Vulcan made you start making bullets?
No.
Tell
One
me the
bolt.
word that will make you keep on fucking crafting so we can finish our crafting. I know Brennos is complaining that you don't have his armor and Widget needs his whirly whatchamacall.
This took me about an hour. Relax. Your list will get pushed to the end.
It's alright.
Now.
Fuck that. Push my shit to the front.
Then answer my question.
What's a
Tell
Vulcan?
Tell me about Vulcan. He pulls out the round. Like this.
It's a shiny bullet for your fucking Imperial rifle that you're allowed to use because you're a dwarf now. You're not a dwarf. Surprised they haven't taken it away from you. It's got a V on it.
I didn't craft any of this. This was done on its own.
A V is a letter. In Imperial.
What can you tell me about Vulcan?
Give me a Barnabus knowledge religion. How important is this? Is this like...
He'll take a 20, because freaking Barnabus loves me.
Is this like... You're curious, or your life
This
depends
is very
on it?
This is very important to me.
Alright. Vulcan.
Okay, skills.
What do I know that name?
Language, religion, 52. It takes a 10, I guess. 62. He doesn't like me that much, so 62 takes a 10.
It's an old god's name. It's not the first name for the same god. It's an old god's name. Mark's saying, spend a mythic. Take the 20 and spend a mythic.
Take the 20.
It's doing that.
72. 1d6. 78. Oh, let's see if I can help him. Crack 80? Does Thogrim know anything about religion? Knowledge religion plus 9. Yeah, I auto aid, so 10. Memory domain in power.
Add int again.
Oh shit. So 80 plus what's his int? Something stupid. 12, 92.
Oh fuck you, Sonny. Who's next? He's gonna ask me about fucking Queen of Chaos again or something ancient that isn't fucking written down anymore. Well, this one's at least more recent.
Wait till Brennan shows up talking about a dwarf god.
Barnabas gets up, closes the door so other people can't hear, and he waves at you to sit down. He doesn't care if you sit down or not. He's pouring himself a drink. Fucking things
D6.
that I'm supposed to be saying right here.
93.
You shouldn't go around saying that I said it, and you shouldn't be going around saying it loud.
Alright.
No one's going to care about Vulcan. It's an old name. The god's probably dead, or he's probably on some other world. If you found it on Azer, it depends where the Azers came from. Azers come from the plane of fire. Oh, that's interesting. Not sure the significance of that. Let's see. Vulcan was an ancient crafting god. Part of a pantheon of gods that were worshipped in an imperial world or worlds before all the five-faced god nonsense. He ain't worshipped in the Imperium no more. That's why you shouldn't go around saying his name. Someone learned, like myself, might recognize it and realize that you're trying to resurrect something that is long past. Have I told you enough? Because I know more.
Tell me what you can. I'm interested.
Oh, these are just theories. And of course, these types of theories shouldn't be said out loud because, you know, the Inquisition is in town. He closed the door. He's trying to be quiet, but he's also been drinking whiskey, so... Well, some believe that Five-Faced God, you know... There's one theory that the new gods actually steal power from the old gods. It's not something you would want to say to a priest. You'd end up where Amadeus is, or worse, spreading such heresies like that. But if one believes that it's a zero-sum game, as infinite as they say the planes are, a finite number of souls and a finite number of power, finite number of worlds, even though they number in the thousands, maybe even millions. But at some place there's an end to it all.
You're saying everything's limited.
Yes, which
That
means
makes sense.
that if power is limited, then, well,
New gods will not have new power.
there's only so much room for so much faith.
Hmm.
Which means if the old gods, something needs to recede in order for the new ones to rise. Now, we hear about the new gods, like the Fire-Faced God and others, because an Imperium has rose up around it and spread their fate like wildfire. But where'd they come from? That's the part that no one really knows, and if you ask the new gods, they're not really telling. But 5 faces, there's a heresy around that those 5 faces were once gods.
Interesting.
Also, things you shouldn't say fucking out loud, and that family of gods might have been very well the same family that Vulcan came from. So fuck you and your fucking questions. You're all gonna get us all fucking put up on stakes or some shit. Locked away in evil prisons to be tortured for our heresies. What? Sonny's questions were bad enough. That's just gonna have every fucking wizard gunning for us.
So was he?
You know that Sonny was wanted in fucking Foundry? They knew that he sprung from the earth somewhere and wanted to experiment on him.
Oh, really? Well then, you should probably hide.
Yeah, you know who fucking told me that? Slake did. He said Slake, he likes Sonny's magic, because Sonny is hounded by wizards just like Slake is. Oh, tell me more, I said. Fucking Chaga. Chaga got the good group, I hear. Fucking targets on my back. And you're asking all sorts of heretical questions. Oh, fuck. We gotta put an end to this. Something's got Barnabus up. Alright, so you notice he like wheels the bullet around and it flashed briefly.
Yeah, I take the bullet back.
Okay, and it starts to grow brighter in one direction.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow it.
Well, the fuck is it? It's glowing.
Yes.
Alright. It's sending you somewhere. Don't fucking follow the ancient gold's bullet by yourself.
Not by myself. I've got Howie.
Vulcan's a god that's been... I think he was a crafting god. And I think something bad happened to him.
Well, likely.
And that
He's still around.
So, we've got fucking proof now that gods can die. We know where to go through the Astral Plane. I shared the memory with you. I got the memory from Sonny.
Right. Disturbing.
Very disturbing. Also, something ate the god's corpse. I had ideas of bringing Dayfriddle there to go stab the god's body a little while, but Brenno's got some power from it. I suppose it's best that we don't.
Let's stay away from these.
However, if we find any fresh dead god corpses, you just let me know. No reason.
Sure. If I come across any, I'll
So,
let you know.
but the story of Vulcan is different. Vulcan was sort of like you were. You know how for our party, our Expeditionary League, you're the crafter?
Right.
Well, Vulcan was the crafter for his family of gods. They all went to him. Make me some shiny armor. Make me a thunderbolt or whatever. They built it. He built it. He probably even built things for people not of his family. But something went wrong with Vulcan.
What is it?
He's also the god of volcanoes.
Ah.
He lost his mojo, I suppose. So also like you, wandering around following glowing things instead of back in your forge where you should be, working on magic items.
I decide where I should be, Barnabas. You do your thing and I'll do mine. Your things will get done on time. Don't you worry about that.
Now be like Vulcan and give me my magic cane, you wank.
Fucking prick out.
I think he still maintained his portfolio of volcanoes. Makes sense that he might be lingering around, you know, a world like Volcanica. A little on the nose. Huh. Who knows? He might have been wandering around here because the super volcano blew up. Azes. Well, he ain't impressing nobody with volcanoes on the elemental plane of fire. Gonna be a simpleton for that. Ooh, big fire, small fire. The whole fucking place is fire.
Fair enough. It's, anything else of interest?
How is this all interesting and not just frightening to you? Don't repeat what we talked about.
We didn't talk about anything.
Right. Aside from you going back to your Vulcan
Forge and
to...
making you a bloody cane. You'll
Yes.
wake up with that cane sticking out of your ass.
And no V's on my cane.
It'll be a T.
This isn't becoming a thing.
We'll see. Thanks. I'll get your stuff done. Appreciate your help. Is it pointing to something inside the room? Or is it pointing to...
It's pointing at a wall. It's kind of pointing down a little bit.
Okay, so Thogrim's going to see where it's pointing. He's going to leave. He's going to go around and kind of triangulate where it's pointing to.
Okay, so you walk around the immediate vicinity of the building that you're in. It's all pointing in the same direction. It must be far away.
Yeah, so he's going to teleport like 5 kilometers in a direction.
Are you going to listen to Barnabus and not go off on the adventure by yourself?
No, he's just going to triangulate where it is.
Okay. You think it's somewhere down out of the mountains into
I
Westerville.
think that I should be setting a DM point to do a roll to see if your random teleports to random locations in the middle of winter when we just got attacked by 2 goddamn armies might result in like a chance that you fall in someplace kind of shit.
I'm teleporting to a like a few kilometers down where I can see.
Well, if you can see, then you don't need to make a roll, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm pointing.
Okay,
I'm
so
like,
you
I'm
go a
going
couple
down
kilometers out of town. It's still pointing in a general direction where you ascertain. Give me a knowledge geography check or a survival check.
Okay.
The geographer is good at this.
It was a good conversation. Thanks.
No, it's geography.
Instead of me going, Mark, here's the information, I got to use Barnabas as a
as a vessel.
As a vessel, yeah. Got the magic jar into Barnabas.
28, 32.
It's leading down into the valley, probably towards a village by the name of Talar.
Talar. What do I know about this village?
It's the place Sunny keeps on talking about, having the smoking tower where the doppelgangers went.
Oh!
I'm
Interesting.
going to open up the...
Why is that so familiar?
Where are you guys? Okay, so you guys are in Overlook. Yeah,
Yeah.
you think it's pointing at Brindle, basically, but then you realize that Talar is where the smoking tower is, and so here's Overlook. Here's Bordrin's Watch, where the explosion happened. We zoom out a little bit. There's the note at Lancel Glen, where Quintessa's from, where her lands are. There's Brindle. The Valley of Karak is over here. Delve is here. It's a city that was just off the river a little bit, and you didn't quite travel there. Maybe it's not easily accessible. You've passed it many times. In fact, you may have been to... Yeah, you're pointing from Overlook. You're like, yeah, it's a little bit right of Brindle from your perspective. And of course down, because you're up in the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
It glows... While in your gun or in your hand, it glows like the brightest when in that direction.
No, you'll heal.
I'm gonna take it out of the gun because I don't want to fire. I don't want to fire the goddamn thing. So I'm gonna take the bullet out. I was gonna shoot like at a random target.
Reforge it. It's a bullet. It's an old style gun. You pick it out of the target and melt it down, stick it back in.
Fascinating. Okay. Let's
You
mark a
could
time
fire it
to...
at a thing. You'd have the casing, and then you just go find the bullet.
That's why I think shooting it up in the air is fun. Take that, holy so.
Yeah, sure. Let's see what happens. He'll get like the what's it called? The hay targets, like set them up with like wood and stuff. And
Okay, you find some fence post out 2 miles outside of town. You're like, this'll do. Okay, you fire the bullet. It arcs, and in a golden glow, heads in the direction of Talar. And a few moments later, there is a bullet in your gun, glowing as the bullet returned into its cartridge into your gun, loaded.
You have a returning bullet in your rifle
You
now.
have a returning bullet.
fucking awesome.
Now it seems to...
All right, you got me.
It seems to arc and shoot towards Talar, so maybe that's not the best
Go
thing
fix
for
it.
combat, but...
Well, over short distances, I mean, what the fuck? It's going to move, what?
It's gonna just take dudes there.
You're going to get some weird JFK magic bullet bullshit. Oh, I think it's long enough now to...
Funny. Very, very cool. Ah. Bloody hell, that's awesome. So I was like...
You fire it off, and it arcs again, and then like 6 seconds later, the golden glow. You realize the bullet is gone because the casing that fell to the ground sort of disappeared and reappeared as the bullet was being placed inside of it with the right amount of...
So it's not multiple times around, it's
Nope.
once around.
Yep.
That's still fucking awesome.
And it arced the same way. Like, you fired in a bunch of directions, it seems to be
Just
arcing
they all go.
towards Talar, going in the direction that it was trying to light up in.
Yeah, let's head back to...
If this is not a sign...
He's thinking, I can reforge this into a cannonball.
All right.
Fire, aim, fire, aim, fire, aim.
No, it's returning at the end of the round. 6 seconds
Oh,
later.
fair enough.
Thogrim has had his religious experience and is playing with the metal of a deity.
And he goes back to forge stuff.
All right. Let me check to see what else we have on the docket. Where is the time tracker?
That's funny. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Okay, attack and aftermath. Quintessa has been, because of her attachment to a minor cult, albeit a local cult of a magic plus death goddess. She's also been tasked by the government and by Imperial Administrator Briest to help out with the 10 days of state funerals that are about to happen over the next couple of weeks. As Durkic, the high priest of their religion, as well as 4 of the council members and the speaker of clans, have all met to their grisly end in this attack. In addition, the Grand Inquisitor, who is also calling shots locally, wants somebody trusted, i.e. someone that was part of the defense of this place, to be responsible for these large-scale events, and approves of these events because it would bring large crowds together, meaning that you could scan the crowds very easily. You could scan masses of people very easily. Plus, distractions will allow his Inquisitors, who have started to arrive en masse, to crack down quietly where they need to.
This place needs an enema. It's.
Brennos is tasked with handling any of the dwarven churches. Sunny is just basically told to go talk to druids and make sure they're all okay.
All the druids are your responsibility. If there's any sneaky druid, it's your fault.
Right. Whereas he has some underlings, including Lavinia, who are looking after either the non-compliant churches of non-dwarven, non-Morden salmon, as well as as their own internal affairs with the Church of the Five-Faced God.
So, I think Sunny is able to basically just send messages to all druids. You can't choose recipients that rely on unobservable information, such as a creature's alignment or of a particular class. But you can cause it to creatures meeting a certain criteria.
Oh, you're talking about Mage's Decree?
Yes. So the criteria would be he'll be using Mage's Decree to basically tell all the druids, like, to tell me if anything's suspicious. Sunny of Volcanica. Is there anything suspicious? And it will be he'll basically target the 3 druid gods that are really common. There's the
Are faiths and druid gods visible criteria? Or are you talking about
those
anyone
who
who's
have
wearing
holy symbols of?
I see. Okay.
Like it's gonna basically get a bunch of people who are just so their faith you can't pick. So D&D is silly because they say specifically things that you can actually observably observe in fucking D&D land as their unobservable criteria.
Yeah, and then there's spells that are like, hey, what's your alignment?
Give me your alignment. Hey, tell me your id score. Like it's...
I think there might even be some that detect faith too. So
yep. So no, but it's like Erastil and
no, Erastil is Galarian. This is not. You're thinking Sylvanas.
Sorry.
Yep.
His other name.
Then there would just be a general category of nature.
Yep.
Like nature's symbols, and then
nature's symbols, and then the dwarf version.
Thardhar, I think, is the
Thardhar, Lord of the Jungle. Welcome to the jungle.
All right, so Sunny is basically the rest of the time, aside from spying on assailants, was spent.
He basically
doing druid inquisition, basically.
Yes. Show me how you're not a prick. Ooh. Oh. I could also do like, is doppelganger observable? Because it says race. So I can send a message to all doppelgangers, being like, I see you. Like, you just send creepy shit.
Okay, so what do you want the behavior of any remaining doppelgangers to be? Like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to scare them away? Are you trying to convince them to...
I'm trying to convince them to... We're trying to lure them into a trap, I think. It's like we're trying to...
So that would be bluff.
That would be bluff. Well, Sunny's not... Sunny is not a very bluffy guy.
Where are you trying to set the trap?
We are... See, I'm diplomatic, and I'm a little bit intimidating, but I'm not bluffy at all. I'm Sunny. So
I'm the Druid Volcanica. You definitely want to go here because you'll be safe here.
You'll be safe here.
So safe for doppelgangers.
So safe for doppelgangers. I think how we'll do this is at one of these big events, we'll use this as a way to like say a weird thing in their heads all at once to see who reacts to the weird thing being said in their heads.
Okay. Yeah, the events won't start until the next week. So basically, Sunny is going to bluff doppelgangers.
Yes, he's going to ask Ptolemy to teach him how to bluff.
Ptolemy.
Oh, sorry. Oh my word, my brain has just melted. Barnabus.
Barnabus, got it.
Yeah, teach me how to bluff. We might find a potion of glibness or something to.
Okay.
Actually succeed
in the next week. We've got Slake crafting, Cog crafting, Thogrim retraining, bluffing doppelgangers. Brennos, what's Brennos doing? I guess he's playing Inquisitor.
He's inquisiting.
Darbians are preparing for Amadeus's trial, which is the week after. Face punching for Aemon, prep for Amadeus' trial for the Darbians. The eye and head from Widget. Quintessa and Val. Quintessa needs to provide the prince with an update, which happens every update question mark. She doesn't know what the result of Giselle Briest sending the prince a letter. So she may want to check in at home, although she's busy with the state funeral. So I'm going to put the update after the state funerals. She's got at least an excuse to be busy for 10 days. And then we've got Amadeus' trial. Are you going to visit any of the known locations of your enemies soon? There's the smoking tower, Talar, and the sewer domain.
I think realistically the answer is yes.
Okay. Who is going to attack where? I think at this point, Talar, let me just see. Talar is
Thogrim.
60 miles away. Okay.
I I think anyone who's involved in the Inquisition can say part of Inquisiting is stopping the doppelganger fucking tower of bullshit. The Doppel Tower of Doom is well within the framework of Inquisition.
Yep.
So I think that makes Sunny Brennos from Adam's crew being involved because they're both part of the Inquisition.
And Widget's just gonna do his own thing.
Widget's play with an eyeball and got an ear and a bug in his ear.
Makes sense to me, man.
Which week is this? 10?
This is week 9.
9. I want to finish my legs, man.
Your legs aren't finished?
No, they're tiny bonuses. They help, but
They got pushed.
Oh, you haven't started your legs.
no, these are tiny things. These are tiny changes. They take a week.
All right.
The main things to my legs are done.
I still think it's funny if we do an adventure with you without having legs.
I can still kick ass. Just wheel me over there.
Actually, you can't kick ass without legs.
I will punch
it's one
ass.
of the things that you can't do.
I will punch ass. Bam. I'll sneak attack, but
Watch out! Barnabus rat on Deverak for having a portable gate to the shadow plane for black market dealings. Because fuck that guy.
Alright, so I'm going to put down Barnabas singing steel and rat on Deverak, because that's a thing that you should do. Don't worry, we're keeping track of the things that you're going to do on your own. What I want to know is who's going to visit the village of Talar.
I've got my characters.
And we said
Cog and Thogrim will go.
Cog and Thogrim?
Well, Adam's taking 2.
Adam has 3.
Ah, fair enough. Okay, Cog can go. Hold on.
Marty, Armin. Your
Oh wait,
bullet
this is
that
what
you just were shooting
wait, this
into
is
the
for
air
Talvar.
is
This for
the-
sorry, Thogrim's going.
Thank you.
I was like, Thogrim's gonna retrain. I'm like, wait a minute, this is for Thogrim's going. Cog's going
Alright.
to do his legs.
And then we need a mark person to go to the village. Does Barnabas want to root out the doppelgangers that might have still genetic material of him, or does Quintessa want to go and deliver righteous vengeance upon those who threaten the Imperium?
Mark's listening.
I think so.
No, get back to work. There's also a stream delay, apparently.
No, get back to work.
Yeah, just Quintessa. All right, cool.
Quintessa.
Which means Val will go
Which means Barnabas.
Barnabas has so here's all the things that Barnabas has to do: prepping for the trial, meeting his Darbians, having a talk with that new guy, finding his singing steel, rat on Deverak. He was going to hire Danica Stone Song. He's going to write his PhD,
That's it, huh?
Yep.
busy.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of stuff that we will need Mark here for. We did enough Barnabas role playing tonight. That was fun, though.
He is fun to roleplay.
He is. Just
Yep.
okay.
He's rude, but he's got an accent which makes it sound less rude while he's being rude.
All right, so I'm gonna mark down that this week also is.
He actually brings up a really good point in chat.
What's that?
Well, we'll bring Quintessa, so if you see a Barnabas there, kill it. Which will be really funny if Barnabas gets captured while we're off to go do the thing. And then we kill
You
Barnabas.
assholes, It's like, it does sound like
It
Barnabus.
doesn't sound like it.
And I guess if Barnabas is alone, he's going to keep Aemon by his side. It makes sense. All this makes sense.
Yep.
Cog's crafting his legs, so it's probably not the best time to adventure. So Inquisitor, we've got Visit Talar. And for Sunny, we've got Visit Talar. Okay. Do we want to go with this group to Talar, or do we want to do any of the other things? This is the week. This is basically the week after the attacks. Agony is up to who knows what. Slake has returned to crafting javelins, and he's going to be at the. I'm on the Half-Axe Inn because all of your tokens were there, but like the most updated versions of your tokens.
Yep.
But there is another place where you guys now hang out, and that's the Monastery of the Sunder Chain.
It's just because he doesn't teleport. It's a long ass walk for him to get back to town.
Yeah, so Slake will actually be crafting once again within the Half-Axe Inn because he could do it anywhere. So I don't know where's Cog doing his crafting.
If Thogrim doesn't mind, he'll just do it in his forge.
Okay, so Cog goes to the forge.
Otherwise, he doesn't really. We don't have a place.
Right.
We kind of broke our hotel.
Yep. The ruins of the hotel seems to be a fitting place for Slake to brood.
He's brooding again.
He's crafting javelins. Cog spends the week crafting his legs. Thogrim is visiting the Talar. His simulacra are crafting, so I'll just put those as done. Sunny visiting Talar. Brennos visiting Talar. Barnabus not here. Aemon's doing face punching, so he might actually be in the town receiving training. We've got Widget, eye in the head.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something he wants to do alone?
That wasn't the plan originally.
Okay.
So, this is usually... So, you're that busy, are you, Barnabus?
Oh, so Widget goes to the place where I'm preparing for trial.
Oh.
You're not gone to the funerals?
Nah. It's just a bunch of dead dwarves.
Yeah, lots of crying, and I thought about going. Maybe just make an appearance, but.
So, is there anything important in this room right now?
Yeah, I'm rather partial to people who love and adore me. I tell any of those chaps out there to jump off the roof, they do it. Oh, they better do it.
It's going to close the door.
Aemon, you're flaking everywhere. Go outside.
No. He probably should be here. In fact, we're just going to stand beside Aemon. And he's going to... You're gonna kiss a ghoul head into the middle of the table.
Wait. Go fetch everyone. I got something for everyone to talk with, and I haven't seen everyone all day. Even though I told them where I'm staying.
What's in everyone?
Everyone in our little league. I know they're massing out at over the Half-Axe Inn. Slake's tromping around in there.
Yeah. I will hold my I'll keep it.
We haven't been living up to our league charter. We haven't had
a dinner.
Our weekly fucking dinner.
Yep. Yes. I agree.
Oh, chop. Dinner's getting cold. Oh, and bring fucking Quintessa and a walking red trash can.
Quintessa, sure. Trash can if we see him. Okay, so Widget will go get people.
Yeah, you end up gathering people up.
He'll stop at some shop for like basic bitch cheese and crackers.
No, there's nice pastries and Barnabus made little, I don't know, like croissant pigs in a blanket kind of thing with some dips. It's simple, I know, but it's very tasty. And I've had a lot to drink today.
Alright.
Yeah,
So,
it's like fucking 60. It's like the best thing ever. Greasy, buttery,
from being hammered.
greasy, buttery, salty with all sorts of vinegary dips. Yeah.
So, ghoul ahead, try to summon a god. About to pop him out of a bag.
Can we do that after we decide on something?
Oh, what do we decide then?
If fucking Quintessa, your mind. Oh, Imperial Administrator Giselle Briest would like to hire the League on a permanent basis. Basically holding you in retainer.
What does permanent mean?
Well, the Imperium is obviously at war with an enemy that we know very little about.
Eh?
And the way you fight such wars are the way that we defended the town, and not the way that marching armies do.
Yeah, you fucking cut its head off.
Yeah, I think that's what my friend Chaga's doing down south. Sounds like they're getting rather proficient at cutting things off. Hey, he talks to me once in a while. I don't need to tell you everything.
Is that what that whole, oh, you got stuck with the good ones shit is?
Yeah. What I do with a couple of invisible fae that I could trust.
Oh, no.
Barnabus doesn't know what he's...
Oh. The thing is, Barnabus is like very different if Dugan was in the party. He's brought Mahal Maze.
They're willing to pay us $100,000 a month. I don't think it's that high. After what we fucking went through. I think I could negotiate a retainer fee for 10,000 a month, as well as danger pay when danger arises, as well as continued, well, support for your charter from Giselle Briest, additional payments for dangerous jobs. We could also get you the, well, I see you have a court case coming up. Giselle Briest has taken note. You haven't quite have the references yet, says Quintessa. She squirms a bit as Barnabus is staring daggers through her. I'll get him. The trial is in... begins in 6 days.
I have a question.
Hmm.
Does permanent equate to exclusive?
Can you take jobs with other people? I think while on a specific job the answer would be no, if you'd like to negotiate that term. It does assume that there's some exclusivity here.
Widgets.
You might have to drop whatever you're doing, side job or not. I'll make sure there's a provision that you can continue to go about your way, and unless jobs are time sensitive, that they will be placed in priority. Armies march very slowly, says Quintessa. Groups that can teleport can outpace an army even if they were tardy.
Thousand each a month sounds fair, pretty well for warming your axe with your butt cheeks.
I mean,
We do quite a bit.
you're not thinking big enough, Brennos. You know what a large expense is? It's coming up again. It's all of our trainers. Isn't that right, Aemon? Need a trainer to have you jumping jacks.
Then include our training, besides the 10,000. Can you do that, Quintessa?
I believe that is within the scope of Imperial budgets to train even heroes such as you. Yes, I'm confident I can negotiate that term. Alright, now we're getting started. Free training from the Imperium. Exclusive contracts.
And we get to keep everything, right?
Danger pay.
Danger pay, the shares of what we encounter, plus anything additional for specific jobs. Have great danger.
Right, like gods and shit.
Yes, but those will be written down in contract form and be assessed by the Imperial Administrator. Every job cannot be negotiated, says Quintessa. There are other provisions. You notice Val kind of like clicks his heels together, like, we are to be added to your charter.
Hey, it could be worse.
Royal we. My son is actually here to guard me.
It could be better.
But it would be nice, I think, for Val if he did receive payment from this. Assuming that our Imperial Prince... Right. Yeah, we could have him as an associate as opposed to a full-fledged member. That way he can go back and forth as he wants. Or as he needs.
Do associates need to come to dinner?
Well, Aemon doesn't come to dinner all the time now, does he?
I don't know if it counts when you tell him not to. It's kind of strange to tell someone that they can't do something and then later go, see, you didn't do the thing that you said I couldn't do.
Apologies, I was at training. Yep. Excuses. Fine, an associate member is fine. It does mean he only receives the payment. What about his share? Share in any mission that I assist upon.
It's very difficult to keep track of everything. We kind of put it in a big pile and separate it at the end. I'm certain you'll pull your weight. Besides, the Inquisitor likes you very much.
Cohorts get 25% share, and animal companions and familiars get 5%. You realize that Barnabus has a cohort and
Huh.
and a familiar.
I've got multiple.
Oh, fuck yeah, Thogrim. Okay, that throws off the math, all sorts of things. Never mind about that. Associates don't care. All the animal companions are familiar. Sorry, Polly. Right, there needs to be some sort of kicker.
What are we kicking?
What else do you want?
Cog can't kick right now. He doesn't have any legs.
What does your league want?
Very funny.
Giselle Brees did mention that she'd be willing to make a single personally enhanced custom magical staff that might be of interest to your party.
Ooh. Does she know Bear the Polymorph? I like Bear the Polymorph.
I'm fucking already cast a spell. We were not.
And I've got a staff, but I can use a backup staff.
Don't think we're interested in just a staff. What about property? What about it? Would you be interested in property?
What about that place where the Gith were?
Way up there?
With the star screen. Or whatever the fuck I called it. And the sauna. A great big sauna room. I can't remember. I think we ran across the deed to that thing at some point.
Yeah, Barnabus had it.
No,
Barnabus made the
forge.
The forge version of it. Yeah, the forge, the deed for it. And then he burned those deeds, but because he could just remake them, I think.
Well, he could remake them, and when he made them later, they'd be better, because he could get...
Yeah, because he's higher level or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, it's a bit out of fucking way.
Oh, I'm just trying to think of, he doesn't got any legs. Brennos is pointing at Cog. He just a poor little boy with no legs.
Sonny,
he's got his floaty masters out there, just sort of ghosted up the place.
Sonny, I've got a business in Brindo, and Talar is just spitting range outside of Brindo. Talar's got that...
We're going there to go stop the boggles. Maybe they have the Fascia.
Quintessa says, Talar, there is an Imperial-funded wizard that lives in the smoking tower at Talar.
Not for long.
He's been compromised, hasn't he?
He stole my artifact. He took it away from me. I don't know what's happening on the mountain anymore. The volcano, anything could be there. The baby could be coming out of the volcano already.
Right, we're interested in some property. I'm not sure all of us want to live up in unbreathable mountains, says Barnabas, although that star screen thing is important, right? And he's looking at Cog. Alright, one local piece of property to replace our inn. A place that we can make defensible, a place where, we're masters. And, security, like, stewardship of that Greystone place. It's no ruin. Who cares about it?
Did he know about the portal?
I know about the portal, says Quintessa. If you are to take custodianship of a place with a portal in it, then you will be responsible for what comes through. Oh, fuck that then.
Well, one of yous can learn your dimensional locking, and you can just lock it like you're going to lock the temple under the Undermount.
Right, another fucking spell. Thogrim, have you learned the spell yet? Because we got something for you to do. Every 15 days, cast this spell.
I need to train first.
Don't
but
worry.
I'm crafting.
Thogrim is a dwarf, sort of. And dwarfs like, patterns. They like repetition and doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah,
He'll be fine with it.
I also like the letter V.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Nothing. All right. We need to find a defensible base, somewhere that's convenient, close enough to Overlook, but not a place where, everyone could show up and try to attack us. We need a good defensible base.
Wait a sec. Have you been... You're following him, aren't you? Vergadin. I knew it. Plankstone Merchant. Finally.
Yeah, right. Somewhere away from all these dwarves, too. Oh, it's going to get really depressing in the next few days with all the droning and drumming and crying. They
Good luck with that.
They are subjects and allies, this Quintessa. Yeah.
I mean, if all them inquisitors came from somewhere, if you want to hear humans cry, we can go over to where their funerals are going to be.
Where have you been hiding? Slake to fucking Mistra.
It was very scary. She was in my pouch. My pouch caught on fire.
Alright, can we determine this place in a future date? Next little while, everyone's going to keep an eye out for a really good place to call our kip, our stronghold, our, home away from home, close to Overlook, but not so close.
Like, what'd you call it? The in-laws suite.
Yeah, no fucking druid holes.
Treehouse.
And nothing too dwarvish. He points at Brennos and we already got our X-dimensional space that some of us can't actually fucking go to because we don't have the fucking spell to get there. Right.
Perhaps you could get better at
Shut up, Slake.
We should now realize Slake's breathing down his neck. Oh. How you doing, bud?
Don't worry too much. In a little while, I'll be able to make a gate for it. Just need to train a little bit more.
Right.
What does the so if there's an imperial wizard registered at the smoky tower, what does it do? Why is it so smoky? Hold of the plane of fire?
There's something there that he has been charged to overlook. Good one, Mother. The pun was not intended. He is a caretaker. He is a custodian.
Well, custodians these days have kind of,
Don't worry.
stared too long into the darkness or what have you.
Yazelbris is aware that Sunny's intelligence has led us towards Talar, and should we accept the mission, we would have full authority of the Grand Inquisition as well as the Imperial Administrator of Elsia Vale to bring righteous vengeance down upon the wizard that lives in Talar with, hopefully, minimal casualties and collateral damage.
Don't worry, we're going there in the name of Volcanica.
To answer your question, she opens up like a letter. The thing that he is guarding is something called the Brass Obelisk. Or Monolith?
There's a brass obelisk joke in there somewhere.
What's it do? I think it's the thing that smokes. Right. You don't like the sound of that? Barnabus is thinking.
Sonny's having a thought. How good was Agony? So Agony dumped his red scales in that teleport where we tried to yank him away from the transversion. So we suspect he's going to have black scales next time we see him.
Perhaps.
But was he a good enough red dragon where he could see through all smoke? Did he have that power? I can't remember. Oh. Suck to fight a red dragon over there. Speaking of the infinite number of red dragons the enemy was pulling over, we should probably prepare some resistance from fire and life bubbles for this.
Yeah, what was with that? The Githyanki had not one, but three red dragons. One is an oddity, two is a coincidence, three, says Val. There might be a connection. You notice everyone like looking over at Cog now.
There are three of them. It's the same master. It's a way of preserving knowledge.
Correction, they had two red dragons. The one the fucking general was riding was a Draco Lich.
Wasn't it a red Draco Lich?
Yeah, but we'll be seeing that fucker again.
I'll be back.
How do we... So, wait a second. Do you know... Barnabus, do you know how to kill the fucking thing?
Yeah, like all liches, you fucking destroy the phylactery and then you kill them. Otherwise, they just regenerate.
Where is the phylactery?
I don't know. Those sorts of things are very unique and particular to the lich involved. I never met this asshole before we fought him. And I haven't had a chance to do any fucking divining or researching.
The Imperium has come up against your astral space pirates in the past.
That's sort of what they are, aren't they?
Well, is there a way? Is there a way to do something to the is it the spirit of the lich?
Yes.
So you can track it.
You could trap it, but that's a fucking hard spell to get off. Trap the soul
track.
Is
track.
I thought you said trap it. See, my I'm so smart. I'm coming up with ideas from your machine talk.
Well, why don't we make it part of the fucking deal that the Imperium needs to provide us access to the libraries that would give us the information around the space pirates that should have been feeding on the Imperium for the last millennia. They must know who this lich is. They must have some idea of how to kill it.
A problem with I do have news on that front, says Quintessa.
Hey, muzzle tough.
There have been other attacks.
Where?
A few small places, but we are not the only ones that have shown that Githyanki have taken interest in Volcanica. Several, if not more, of the Imperial legions and of the foreign legions have been recalled from their distant fields and placements throughout the Imperial worlds back to Volcanica. Reinforcements to Volcanica should be arriving by spring. They pour through the gate, the Song Gate, all the time. At least that is to protect the capital. But there are... How many? 30. There are 30 Imperial legions that have come from Volcanica.
How much is a legion?
And how many foreign legions? It could be more than that, given the number of demi-humans and other humanoids that are here on this world.
Legion is like 2,000 guys.
Yeah, the Roman Empire had something like 30 to 60 legions total.
Yeah.
Volcanica is a much more populated.
Yeah, a Roman legion would be 4,000 to 6,000 men.
Yes.
So it 100 all of the soldiers from World War II have showed up here.
No, they're saying they're being recalled.
Yeah, that's what they're
now. This is a request that Yazel Briest knows that our Imperial Prince has made. I don't know how many will arrive and exactly when. But reinforcements are being recalled here. I suspect the Imperium has, in however manner they make contact with extraplanar armies, that war's been declared. At least a warning would be issued.
On the Astral Plane.
I don't know.
I don't want the battlefield for this war to be Volcanica. I would rather